TikTok, right?
Triller, right? Instagram Reels. Microsoft buying TikTok.
There's been a lot of news in the past week about TikTok. I feel like this has been the year of TikTok.
2018 came on the scene strong. 2019 kept growing. 2020, dominating.
We wanted to make this video to address just the craziness of what's happening with TikTok.
And give you some of our predictions of what we think is going to happen and what's going to play out here. Whether TikTok is actually going to get banned or not, if it even really matters. Just where this is all going to net out for creators and people involved in the creator industry.
Watch the breakdown.
Okay, so right now, at the time that we are filming this video, TikTok is not yet banned.
We may be banning TikTok. We may be doing some other things. There are a couple of options.
It can't be controlled for security reasons by China. Too big, too invasive.
A lot of wheeling and dealing here in the social media space. Microsoft issuing a statement suggesting that they're looking to move forward with this transaction.
There's all kinds of different rumblings that we heard, and a lot of this started happening soon after we heard that India banned TikTok.
It showed that there was a precedent, that this could actually happen. Now, all of these rumblings started to get TikTok creators very nervous because this felt like a Vine 2.0 situation where they have a following on one app, it gets shut down, where are they gonna go next?
When you open up the TikTok app right now, TikTok has a link to their own statement reassuring creators that they aren't going anywhere.
We've heard your outpouring of support and we want to say thank you. We're not planning on going anywhere.
Which is obvious, they have to do that. That's a sign of them saying, like, don't worry about it, creators, we're here. We're here to stay and we're here to invest in our creator community. But the reality is probably different.
If it does get banned, what do these users do? Where do they go? Well, let's bring in some TikTok stars to discuss, Josh Richards and Griffin Johnson, who are making the switch to something that's called Triller.
Triller pulled away 3 of the biggest TikTok creators onto their platform and made Josh Richards their CSO.
Chief Strategy Officer.
I mean, it's pretty incredible. You're 18 years old and you are just named Chief Strategy Officer of the entire company.
Kind of a weird flex.
But I totally get it.
Optics.
It's not just optics, but it just makes it a creator-driven platform. It makes all the TikTok creators now think, maybe I'll go over there. I don't think Josh Richards is gonna be sitting at an executive desk. By no means is he gonna do that. But he probably will be on phone calls with other creators, talking to them about deals to come over to Triller.
They are by the artist, for the artist.
One of the reasons that Josh Richards cited moving over to Triller was data and privacy concerns.
We wanted to make sure that we were on a platform that was safe for us and also safe for the people watching us.
I think when you have one of the cool kids saying that he thinks it's an issue, that influences a lot of people.
Are they the cool kids?
Yes, I think you see how old Josh Richards' jaw is? With Josh Richards saying, I think data and security is an issue and privacy, now it signals to a lot of other people to be like, man, I think Josh Richards is right. That's how this works.
People understand whether it's data or privacy or whatever it is, he's making money. And that's something that's desirable for young people who want to be creators. Not only is Triller offering deals to some of these big TikTok creators, Instagram, with their new product Reels, that's going to be a TikTok competitor that comes out in August, is also offering creators hundreds of thousands of dollars to come over to their platform in August.
It's called Instagram Reels. Instagram's direct competitor to TikTok.
Right, yeah. Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
It's looking sharp.
Yeah.
It's looking sharp.
So whether or not TikTok gets banned, here's what we think all this controversy means for creators, platforms, and brands. First and foremost, this is a creator's world. There's nothing better for creators than an arms race. All the platforms are willing to pay high premiums to keep these creators creating on their platforms or to bring them over to a new platform. Now with the Triller news, if I'm Instagram Reels, I'm willing to pay top dollar to make sure that that creator doesn't go over to Triller if they're leaving TikTok. If I'm TikTok, I'm willing to pay a lot of money to keep my creator on TikTok.
This is gonna be an all-out renegade war.
So first and foremost, if you built an audience on TikTok, you're probably gonna get a pretty serious payday. Now, when you do get that payday, if you're a creator who has built influence, you can actually invest that money into a new platform, most likely YouTube.
I'm a YouTuber now.
The Sway Boys are now YouTubers.
We're seeing right now that all the TikTok stars who have moved their audience over to YouTube have done it with serious success.
I'm looking at the views here. 6.3 million, 3.3 million views. Keep going till TikTok runs itself into the ground.
We saw this with the Vine stars, and it's happening much more rapidly with TikTok stars. All the TikTok stars are able to play the YouTube game really well because they have a huge built-in audience, as well as a roadmap for success.
Link for that is in the description or LoganPaul.com.
Oh, yeah, you guys want to cop the merch? It's at the top of the description right now. Pardon?
All I gotta say is buy your f***ing merch, link in description, shop.joshrichard.com.
Now these stars can not only invest in building their platforms on YouTube, they're also starting to invest in building their own IP and products. The D'Amelios have their own makeup line, Addison Rae has her own podcast with Spotify, and the Sway Kids have their own energy drink. So it really doesn't matter if all of these vertical video platforms go down. The creators win.
I'm genuinely not scared if it gets deleted.
Go right to YouTube.
Yeah,
Start
like
creating
I already post 2-3 times a week. Like I don't need TikTok.
No matter what, it just matters if you built a true audience on TikTok or not. Did you just get a lot of views?
Or do people actually care about you?
Or do people actually care about you? Because if they did, you'll have no problem migrating over. And again, take the money from the platform, invest it in the new platform. Don't just take the money and sit down and be like, cool, I'm making money this year. Take the 100, 200,000 from TikTok or Instagram Reels or Triller and invest it straight into your YouTube channel.
Figure out your YouTube strategy ASAP.
And launch merch, start a business, follow the roadmap of all the successful Vine stars. I think the reality is TikTok is gonna try to keep the D'Amelios on, but they also understand like these people are now just in the zeitgeist. Like they are long past TikTok creators. I don't know if anyone can even pay them enough to stay. Like it's just like, no, I'll get a deal with Netflix.
Yeah.
Dealing with the D'Amelios coming to Netflix 2021. I called it.
So now what does this vertical video arms race mean for the platforms? For any platform that's not TikTok, this is a really good opportunity to transfer over some of the talent and hopefully some of their audience. But I think a huge part of successfully transferring those audiences is going to come down to the user experience. The TikTok user experience is so good. We've talked about this before. The For You page and the algorithm is an incredible viewing experience. And that's going to have to be replicated by the Trillers, the Instagram Reels, and the what's it, Byte of the world?
Is it just called Byte?
Is it just Byte?
Yeah, that's confusing because of ByteDance. That was a mistake for them.
I have more faith in Instagram and Facebook to actually make a better replica model of TikTok, just seeing what they did with stories. But that's something that's going to have to be replicated if those other platforms want to rival TikTok. Additionally, the brand of the platforms is super important. That's part of why Triller made Josh Richards their chief strategy officer. It's a brand play to show that they are creator first. Instagram and Facebook do not have as good of a sentiment with Gen Z and some of these top creators. The same way that Instagram Stories wasn't as cool as Snapchat at the time. If Microsoft buys TikTok, does TikTok become lame?
Yes, I think it's like parents show up to the party.
Why? If you're still able to grow and have a career, what does it matter?
I think it's already become lame.
But at the end of the day, the one clear winner is going to be YouTube, because YouTube is where all of these creators, no matter what vertical video platform they're on, are going to be funneling their audiences and their time, because YouTube offers a real opportunity for all of these creators to build out careers that can be long lasting.
All right, so now for brands who are trying to work with social media creators, the reality is we're about to see a lot of more all-encompassing sponsorship deals that are platform agnostic.
Fortune 500 companies coming in and saying, Charli D'Amelio, you are now on our roster for the year, and we will pay you a lot of money for your exclusivity.
It's the same way that like Kevin Hart is with Nike. He's all around sponsored by Nike. The same way an athlete is all around sponsored by Nike. That's gonna happen to influencers now because they have to be platform agnostic. The best creators are ones that it doesn't even matter what platform they are, they command an audience.
And the reality is there's more money now for creators from platforms and specifically from brands because their advertising budgets have changed drastically with the state of the world right now. There is way less of an opportunity or a need to spend on traditional media.
Yeah. All right, so the real question here is like platforms are gonna pay tons of money for these creators. Why is this type of vertical content so valuable? Why is everyone trying to do this?
I actually think the algorithm of TikTok, the For You page, required that this content be better, that the storytelling be better, that there was an Act 1, Act 2, Act 3 in a very short amount of time.
Yeah, I mean, I think the algorithm spun out stars and those stars now get to reap the benefits. Not to say they're not talented. You had to be talented to figure this out and figure out how to make TikToks that people wanted to watch. But now those stars get to reap the benefits of that algorithm.
I also think, lastly, it's generational, right? Every 10 years, there's a new group of teenagers that are stars. Disney, right?
Boy bands, yeah.
Boy bands.
Yeah.
Like every 5 years, there's a new group of 5 guys who have the same haircut.
The Lawrence brothers. Does anyone?
So I think it's just there needs to be stars for every generation. And the youngest generation right now was consuming on TikTok, and that's where the stars were.
It's crazy. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people were like, why are you like renegading all over TikTok, man? And now it's like...
Were you renegading all over
TikTok?
TikTok?
No, I'm saying if I was 17 years old and my friend started renegading all over TikTok, I'd probably be like, hey, man.
Why don't you
do something different?
Why don't you not renegade?
Yeah, but now look at him. He's renegading all over me.
I hate that.
I'm so hot. I'm trying to make jokes and I don't know how. All right, so no matter if TikTok gets banned or not, there's gonna be 2 clear winners from all of this controversy.
This is Colin and Samir's key takeaways.
Oh, that's fun.
Sounds nice.
Did you make a graphic?
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Because that would be cool.
What'd you think about it?
That was all right.
Yeah, could have been better, honestly.
Number 1, creators are gonna get paid by a ton of different platforms to try and bring them over to create content exclusively.
And when they get paid, they can take that money and invest in other platforms, which brings us to our second winner, YouTube. A lot of these creators are gonna invest in YouTube, build out YouTube channels, be there for the long run. So YouTube just has to keep being YouTube and they will win.
So who loses in this situation? The reality is the people who grew big TikTok audiences but didn't carry any influence over those audiences.
And didn't try to transfer them to other platforms.
Yeah.
But who knows? This is still evolving. You know, Microsoft could buy TikTok, and TikTok is super cool because it's owned by Bill Gates, and he looks like me, and he's really like a cool dude, you know?
Yeah. Also, I have a question for future Colin and Samir. By the time we're about to upload this video, has anything new happened?
Probably.
Because if it has, pull out of the edit and let us know what happened. Because this is a couple days before you're actually pressing publish on this video.
So a lot's happened, actually. President Trump said that TikTok will have to be bought by September 15th or else it's banned.
But most importantly here, the Hype House just inked their own reality show deal, and so did the D'Amelios.
Dealing with the D'Amelios is real.
That's not actually what it's called, but if they call it that, you heard it here first. Okay, one more thing. Instagram Reels launched today.
Okay, back to us.
There's also a new app called Clash.
Let's not even go into that.
Okay, let's not even go into that. All right,
back to us.
This week, we're also launching our online storytelling course. If you're interested in telling stories on the internet and learning about our method of storytelling, that link is in the description, and you can use the code PRESSPUBLISH for 10% off at checkout. All right, guys, peace.
Watch the breakdown.
I just want to talk about the fact that this morning I cut my finger on an avocado.
Well, what kind of knife are you using, man?
You know what? It was a serrated bread knife, which I know.
That's your mistake.
But you can't get sloppy with an avocado because it will.
But you're
come
getting
back
sloppy
to bite
with
you.
which knife you're using.
I mean, it was all sloppy. I just took the knife and I tried to get
That's
the
what I'm
pit
saying, man.
like that. And I know better than that. And I cut my finger. I just don't think I've ever seen anything slipperier than the pit of an avocado.
I just think, you know,
I should make a TikTok about it.
if you can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen, you know?
I got few things, but if you need a dollar bill in your blue jeans, I'ma throw it to you, honey, like I'm Drew Brees. I'm just happy that my crib got 2 cents.